What is quacking, everybody? So we've had ourselves a Pokemon Direct, a Nintendo partner showcase, and a Nintendo Indie World. The Pokemon showcase was very bland. We got nothing out of that. Nothing to get excited about besides ZA. I didn't care about mostly any of their other games. The Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, however, was very interesting. I feel like this was the most interesting Nintendo Partner Showcase in a while, and same thing with the Indie World. I feel like for a while we just had memes where we were like, oh, it's just farming sims all the time, and I feel like there was, maybe like one farming sim, but otherwise we got ourselves, Hyrule Warriors, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Octopath Traveler 0, some new games coming from the partners, along with Persona 3 Reload coming to the Switch 2, which I'm excited about because I'm a fiend for Persona 3. I love that game to death. We got Star Wars Outlaws getting there. There's a Plants vs. Zombies. There's a bunch of cool, games coming from the partner showcase. Yakuza 1 and 2, Pac-Man World 2 being remade. So lots of amazing games from the partner showcase side. And then from the Indie World side, this was a very short Indie World. Like, this was like 15 minutes, I think, and we got a little kitty big city update. We had Minna the Howler from the Yacht Club games, Is This Seat Taken, which is also on Steam that you can play right now, Heralding from Panic, Well Dweller. So we got a pretty fun little group of games from the indie showcase as well. However, we have not had a Nintendo Direct in so long. Typically after a console launches, we would have one at some point. However, we have not had a Direct. I know Beat 'em Ups did like a rumor thing or whatever, where he made like a fake rumor and that spread or whatever. Like, I don't care about that. I just care about the fact that we just have not had a Direct in so long, and I'm recording this at like 5 o'clock in the morning and getting it all out. So I'm well aware that by the time I get done recording this and upload it, Nintendo could be like, hey, so you made that video like a while ago. How about we had just announced this and just say screw you? So that's a very real thing that could happen right now. However, we just haven't had one, and I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know when we're going to get one. I honestly could not tell you when we're going to get one. Like, I feel like I want to say this month. I feel like I want to say somewhere in August, but we're not. I feel like we're not. They're just waiting. Like, I don't know what they're doing. It feels weird. And I'm not lacking confidence that they're not cooking up something. I'm very confident that Nintendo has games that are just going to come out and be insane games. I just want to know. I'm getting antsy. What are they going to do? I will give out more predictions. I've given out tons of predictions already, but it's just like, what are they going to do? Why haven't we seen a Nintendo Direct yet? I just want one. We need one, actually, because I will highlight the issue that is with the Switch 2 at the moment, where we have two games, Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. I haven't played Donkey Kong Bonanza yet. I haven't had the time. I won't have the time for another month or so. So I'm not going to touch on if the game looks fun. I'm not going to touch on if it is fun or not, to me at least. Mario Kart World was a blast. I love Mario Kart World. I play it every now and then still. It's a very fun game. Mario Kart World is a very fun game. Will it carry the Switch 2? Probably, because so many people are playing Mario Kart World still, and it's just such a fun and great game. It's literally just so easy as loading up the game and playing online and racing around. And it has the open world aspect, so you can just sit there and just dive into the open worldness of the game and enjoy it. So I think Mario Kart World can still carry the Switch 2 for a while, but what other games are we going to get? I don't think we're going to get a Zelda game. We're obviously getting Hyrule Warriors, like I stated earlier, but like an actual official Zelda title, I do not think we are getting a Zelda title on the scale of Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. I do not think this is going to happen anytime soon. That's going to be like, I'm going to say like 3 more years. We're going to be waiting 3 more years for that. We're definitely not getting another Splatoon game. I know we're getting, Splatoon Riptide or whatever it's called. We're getting that game, which is cool. But like an actual, Splatoon 4, that's not going to happen for, a while. I will say we're probably going to get an Animal Crossing. I guarantee in Animal Crossing, I will, step on some Legos if we don't get an Animal Crossing next year. I feel like that is definitely going to be in the direct. Mario, on the other hand, I don't know about Mario. That's the thing that's like very perplexing about this situation is not only did we not get a 3D Mario, which a 3D Mario typically comes within like the first year of a new console, we got Donkey Kong instead. We got our first 3D Donkey Kong since the 64, and they're like, yep, that's it. No Mario, no 3D Mario, because the Mario team worked on Donkey Kong. Are they going to close out the console with Mario? Is that what we're going to have happen? Because that would be absolutely insane if they close out the console generation with a 3D Mario game. They're just like, yep, and on the 8th year of the Switch 2, here's Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever it's going to be. And there is the real possibility, I think I've stated in the video as well, where it's just like maybe Nintendo's just scared. Maybe they're scared to release the games because they have such high expectations. Like, how are you supposed to top Mario Odyssey? Mario Odyssey, in my opinion, is the modern Mario 64. How are you supposed to top Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, the two most expansive Zelda? I mean, I know how they could top those two games. They just need to put more dungeons and reduce the world size a little bit, and they could easily top those games. I think if we had like a Tears of the Kingdom size, like Tears of the Kingdom but smaller with the different layers. I like the different layers, but if we had those games but like smaller with more dungeons, and I like the shrine aspect, so if you have the shrines and they pump it up to like 8 dungeons, 8 dungeons, that would be fantastic. I think that's how you top those Zelda games, but like that's a tall task to ask. And then Mario is just Mario. Pikmin 4, I don't know how they would top a Pikmin 4, honestly. I think Pikmin 4 is just such an amazing game. There's probably a couple different ways they could definitely top a Pikmin 4, but there's Pikmin 4 is such a good game. Luigi's Mansion 3, I haven't played Luigi's Mansion 3, so they're probably just going to give us Luigi's Mansion 4 regardless, whatever. But yeah, there's just so many good games. Like Animal Crossing New Horizons, like I'm not much of a chore simulator guy, but like that was still a pretty like enjoyable short amount of time that I spent on it. So it's like, how do you top that Animal Crossing? And some people will say, I believe New Leaf was the best Animal Crossing. Well, if they just go back to doing New Leaf, but better. I personally like the fact that you could just kind of, customize an entire island. But, I never played New Leaf, so I don't really know what aspects are good about it that make it better than New Horizons. Someone can enlighten me down below. But there's just a lot of games they put out on the Switch that are going to be so hard to beat. Like, how do you beat Smash Brothers Ultimate? Like, as much as I do not like playing that game competitively, I won my little local tournaments, called it a day, but like that game just normally as a phenomenon, like how do you top that? Do you just reboot the franchise like at Melee or something? Or like Brawl? Like you can't have the same amount of characters. Like the royalties and fees and licensing for all those extra characters must be really expensive, and Nintendo probably doesn't want to pay those anymore. So it's like Sakurai is going to have to shrink down the roster. And he was working on Kirby Air Ride, so we're not getting a Smash Brothers game for a while, because Lord knows Sakurai will never let someone else touch that game. So there's just all these different games on the Switch 1 that are a behemoth to top, and I don't know if Nintendo will top them. I have confidence they will come close, but I don't think we're gonna see a Smash Ultimate successor ever. Like, I don't think we're going to see anything on the scale of Smash Ultimate. Zelda, we can definitely see more Zelda. Mario, we could definitely see some more Mario like Odyssey, but it's just so hard. And they always want to, with Mario, they always want to do new gimmicks. So it's like they got to come up with a whole new gimmick, whole new everything, and it's like, man, that is a tall task to ask. So yeah, no Switch Direct, no Nintendo Switch 2 Direct for the future of the games. Like I said, I'm not worried. I'm just antsy. I'm waiting for it. We're all just waiting for the future, and the future is scary because we don't know what's out there. So until then, hopefully we get something soon. Maybe after I upload this and finish this, maybe it'll be like, so anyways, here's the next Nintendo Direct announcement. So yep, I will see you on the next one. If you made it this far, subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.